All right, so have you ever wondered, like, how long those EV batteries really last?
Hmm.
You hear all this stuff,
Yeah.
but we're going to go beyond all the hype and stuff today and dive into some research from Italy.
Oh, cool.
That's going to change your perspective, I think, on EV battery lifespan.
Yeah. It's funny because I think there is a lot of anxiety about EVs. Like, are those batteries just ticking time bombs,
Yeah.
just waiting to become like expensive paperweights?
Right.
But what this research from P3 and Aviloo is showing
Yeah.
is a serious challenge to that whole idea.
Yeah, I was skeptical too when I first saw the articles,
Mm.
headlines like EV batteries last much longer than what is said.
Mm.
But then you look at the research
Yeah.
and how they analyze data from not just 50 electric vehicles of their own,
Right.
but thousands more.
Thousands.
It starts to paint a very different picture.
This is where it gets good.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like a small study or anything.
Yeah, right.
This is data from 7,000 EVs, and it gives us a much clearer picture of what's going on with battery performance in the real world.
Okay, so like what do they find?
So they found that even after 300,000 kilometers,
Wow.
the batteries were still holding around 87% of their original capacity.
Okay, so for people who don't know kilometers, that's like 10 trips from New York to LA.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of driving.
Yeah, that's way more than I think anyone would guess.
Right.
I mean, think about a gasoline engine.
Yeah.
You're lucky to get that kind of performance.
Exactly. And, it's not just about, debunking those myths.
Right.
It's about, like, the whole EV transition.
Mm.
Like, think about it.
Yeah.
If people think those batteries will last, they're more likely to buy an EV.
Makes sense.
Right. And it's not just that.
Yeah.
It impacts the used car market,
Oh, yeah?
financing everything.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It really is.
It really changes the equation.
Yeah.
But for folks who lease or upgrade every few years, though, is this relevant?
Totally. Because this research is a game changer. It changes how we understand how durable these batteries are.
Hmm.
It means less worry about replacements, maybe lower lease costs,
Yeah.
and a much better used EV market,
Yeah.
for people looking for more affordable options.
So this study showing that maybe EV batteries aren't these fragile, short-lived things.
Exactly.
So I'm curious, what advice did these articles give for making those batteries last?
Well, one of the big things is driving habits, avoiding like jackrabbit starts and hard-braking.
So not driving like a crazy person.
Yeah, basically any driving instructor would tell you this stuff anyway.
Right. Okay, so what else did they say?
Charging habits are huge too.
Well,
Like if you're not using your EV for a long time, keep the battery at a lower charge,
how low?
like between 10 and 50%.
Really?
Yeah, it can really help prevent the battery from degrading.
So I shouldn't be topping off the battery all the time.
It seems counterintuitive, but it can actually stress the battery.
Oh.
It's like if you keep your muscles flexed all the time.
Yeah, they get tired.
Right, exactly.
So being smart about charging can make a difference.
Absolutely. And did they mention anything else?
Was there anything else?
Slower charging speeds
Oh.
whenever possible.
Okay.
Yeah, those fast chargers are great,
Super convenient.
but they generate a lot of heat.
Yeah.
And that can be bad for the battery.
So it's all about balance.
Exactly.
Slower charging when you can, but fast charging when you need it.
Yep. Tortoise and the hare.
I like that.
Right.
So all of this stuff is pretty easy to do every day.
Right.
You don't have to sacrifice convenience.
Yeah.
Just make small changes.
Little things can make a big difference over time.
This is giving me a new perspective on EVs.
Yeah.
I thought it was all about range and charging, but there's more to it.
Totally. And that actually reminds me of something else from the articles.
Yeah.
The danger of misinformation
Right.
about EVs.
There's a lot of hype out there.
Yeah.
So how do we cut through the noise?
That's where these Italian studies are so important. They give us real data
Right.
that challenges those misconceptions.
Okay, so based on all this, are we saying EV batteries are invincible?
Well, not invincible, but they are much stronger than people think. And you know what? The batteries they looked at?
Yeah.
They weren't even the newest models.
Really? So you're telling me future batteries could be even better?
It's true.
That's wild. Okay, we need to take a quick break, but we'll be right back to talk more about the future of battery technology.
Sounds good. It's amazing to think this is just the beginning.
Right.
Battery tech is changing so fast.
Uh-huh.
Future EVs will probably be even better. Longer lasting, more powerful, cheaper even.
If these older batteries are already doing so well,
I know, it's crazy.
what can we expect in the future?
Right, it really makes you think about the future of cars.
Yeah.
You know, if batteries are known to last a long time,
Uh-huh.
it could change everything.
How so?
How cars are designed, made, marketed, you know?
Like, I can already imagine those car commercials bragging about their battery warranties,
Totally.
like they do with gas engines.
Yeah. And we might even see cars with batteries you can upgrade
Oh, that's interesting.
as the tech gets better.
So you wouldn't have to junk the whole car.
Right.
You just get a new battery
Exactly. It opens up so many possibilities.
for everyone.
Yeah, for car companies, for buyers, for everyone.
And we can't forget about the environment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The less we have to replace batteries,
Uh-huh.
the better for the planet.
Less demand for resources, less waste.
So are there any downsides to all this focus on how long batteries last?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
There are always trade-offs with new technology.
Right.
Longer-lasting batteries are great,
Yeah.
but we can't forget about other things like how well the car performs,
Right.
how much it costs, how safe it is.
It's all about balance.
Exactly.
We want batteries to last,
Yeah.
but we don't want to compromise on everything else.
We need to find that sweet spot, you know?
Yeah, where those new ideas meet the real world.
Exactly.
It makes you wonder, though, about companies developing completely new types of batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Are they focused on making them last longer, too?
Right. Are they trying to do something completely different?
Yeah,
Well, different teams are probably doing different things.
makes sense.
Some might be focused on the batteries we have now
Ah.
and trying to squeeze every last bit of life out of them.
Right.
But others are probably exploring totally new materials and designs. Maybe trying to make batteries charge faster
Oh, wow.
or make them cheaper.
So many possibilities.
So many. And that's what makes this so exciting.
It really does feel like EV batteries are about to change everything.
Yeah. And remember, we are still in the early stages. The innovations we see now are just a small taste of what's to come.
I can't wait. I can already imagine a future with no range anxiety,
It's coming.
where EVs are just normal.
Yeah, it's an exciting future.
I'm excited about the possibilities, but also what challenges are coming.
You mean as battery tech keeps getting better?
Yeah, like, are there any downsides?
Well, that's an important thing to think about.
Uh-huh.
We have to be smart about all this progress.
Right.
For example,
Yeah.
what happens to all those old batteries?
Oh, that's right. Recycling.
Exactly. We need to make sure we're not harming the environment.
So we can't just assume long-lasting batteries will solve everything.
Right. We need to think about the whole life of the battery,
Yeah.
from the beginning to the end.
And what about the social and economic impacts?
You mean like?
Yeah, like, will everyone benefit?
Right. Will this create new problems?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if only certain places make batteries, it could cause new problems.
So it's more than just the technology.
Exactly. We have to think about everything.
The big picture thing.
It really is.
So let's go back to those practical tips for a second.
Okay.
We talked about driving and charging. Is there anything else we can do to make our batteries last?
Well, they talked a lot about temperature. Keeping the battery at a good temperature, extreme heat or cold can damage it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So if you live somewhere with crazy weather,
Uh-huh.
like really hot or really cold,
Yeah.
try to park your EV in a garage or at least in the shade.
Like you would with your phone.
Exactly.
Don't leave it out in the sun.
Or in the freezing cold.
It's about paying attention.
Exactly. Being mindful of your battery.
So I've got driving habits, charging habits, and now temperature.
Yeah. And all of these little things
They can make a big difference.
for your battery and for the planet,
I like that.
right? It all comes together.
And speaking of the big picture,
Yeah.
what about the future of battery tech?
Oh, there are so many exciting things happening.
Like what?
Well, one thing that's really promising is solid-state batteries.
Solid state.
Yeah, have you heard of those?
I've heard the name, but I don't really know what they are.
So basically, instead of using liquid, they use a solid electrolyte. It has a bunch of advantages.
Like what?
Well, they're safer because there's no liquid to leak and catch fire.
That's a big deal.
Right, and they can hold more energy in a smaller space.
Oh, wow. So you could have a smaller battery with more range.
Exactly, and they last longer, too.
Wow. So are these batteries in EVs now?
Well, not really. They're still mostly in development.
Oh,
They're
wow.
working on making them cheaper and easier to produce.
So we'll have to wait a bit.
Yeah, but it's coming.
It's exciting to know that even better batteries are on the way.
Oh, absolutely. And that's just one example.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
also research on lithium-sulfur batteries and sodium-ion batteries.
What are those all about?
Well, they are all looking for ways to improve on the batteries we have now.
To make them better, cheaper, last longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So many possibilities.
It's amazing to see how fast this technology is moving.
I know, and it's not just about cars.
Right.
This stuff could change so many things.
It's an exciting time to be following all of this.
It really is.
But let's bring it back to the Italian research. What were the key takeaways about EV battery life?
Well, the big takeaway is that these batteries are much tougher than we thought. They can last for hundreds of thousands of kilometers,
Yeah.
even with everyday driving.
And we can do things to make them last even longer.
Right.
Like being smart about driving and charging.
And don't forget about temperature.
Yeah. Keep it out of the extremes.
Exactly.
We also talked about how this all impacts the future of cars.
Right. And the environment?
And even our communities.
It's all connected.
And let's not forget about all those new battery technologies on the horizon.
So much potential for the future.
So much.
It's a really fascinating topic.
It is. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of EV batteries.
We sure did.
And before we go, I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
We talked a lot about how longer-lasting batteries will change the car industry.
Yeah.
But what about the bigger picture?
You mean?
Yeah, like how will this affect our cities, our communities,
Oh.
our relationship with the planet?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
What if we had cities with cleaner air, quieter streets, less traffic?
And what if everyone could afford an electric car?
It could change everything.
It really could make the world a better place.
It's a vision of a future where sustainable transportation is just normal,
Yeah.
not something special.
And it's a future that is getting closer.
As battery technology gets better.
Right. The future's looking bright.
I can't wait to see what happens next in the EV revolution.
Me too.
And to all our listeners out there, keep learning, keep asking questions,
Stay curious.
and stay engaged in this important conversation about the future of transportation.
And if you liked this deep dive,
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
we'd love to have you back for more.
Until next time, keep those minds open and those batteries charged. Before we wrap up this whole EV battery conversation, I want to circle back to something from those Italian articles. They were really concerned about misinformation.
Yeah, they really stressed that.
Yeah, like how it can hold back the whole EV movement.
Misinformation can be dangerous, you know?
Yeah, like how?
Well, it creates fear and uncertainty,
Right.
and it can stop people from trying new things.
Even if those new things are good for them.
And good for the planet.
Exactly, like all those stories about EV batteries catching fire.
Oh, yeah. You know?
Those stories stick with people even if they aren't true.
Exactly. And it can make people afraid to buy an EV.
So what can we do about it?
How do we fight misinformation?
Yeah, how do we make sure people have the right information?
Well, we need to support good sources of info.
Like this research from Italy.
Exactly like the studies we talked about today.
They give us real data.
Not just stories and opinions.
Right. We need to cut through all the noise and find the truth.
And that's what we try to do here on the Deep Dive.
To give people the facts so they can make up their own minds.
Informed decisions.
Exactly. And with EVs, there is so much information out there.
It can be confusing.
Yeah, people need a trusted guide
Like us.
to help them understand it all.
Well, we do our best.
So to wrap up our EV battery lifespan deep dive, what are the biggest takeaways?
Well, I think the biggest one is that these batteries,
Yeah,
they're tougher than we thought.
way tougher.
They can last a really long time,
Hundreds of thousands of kilometers.
even with regular driving.
And we can make them last even longer.
If we're smart about it,
Driving habits, charging habits, temperature.
it all adds up.
And we talked about how this impacts everything.
The car industry, the environment.
Our communities even.
It's all connected.
And of course, we can't forget those new battery technologies.
Solid state, lithium, sulfur, sodium ion.
So many exciting things on the horizon.
It's a really exciting time for EVs.
It really is.
And we hope you learned a lot today.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of EV batteries.
It was fun to explore all this with you.
And to all our listeners out there, we encourage you to keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep those minds open.
Absolutely. And if you like this episode, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
We'll be back with more deep dives into fascinating topics.
Until then, keep those batteries charged.
And keep those wheels turning.